Hello everyone, and welcome back to Occult Perspectives. It's great to be here today. I hope you are having a great day or night wherever you are. If you are new to this YouTube channel, what I do on here is I talk about different esoteric research subjects. This includes Freemasonry, Kabbalah, the Tree of Life, archangels, demons, you name it. We talk about it on here. I think this is just going to be a really short video because I'm actually going to need my GPS for most of this drive, but I've got a straight shot for a little while, so I figured I'd do a really quick video. Let's talk about the symbolism of one of the Masonic working tools, which is the Common Gavel. Let's talk about the symbolism of the gavel and what it means on more of an energetic level. Let's dive in. So the Common Gavel is a working tool of the Mason. It's a symbolic tool in its literal sense, is used to chip away at the stone in the building. In the allegory of King Solomon's temple, it represents the chipping away of the stone to create a more perfect stone. Now, if we view this from a more alchemical lens, this chipping away at the stone, let's look at the act of mining. When you're mining in the ores, you're chipping away at the ore to get to the valuable metal that's inside. So in Freemasonry, there's always this idea of chipping away at the stone, of working on the architecture of self to get to basically the core essence of who and what you are underneath the surface. Basically getting to that philosopher's gold within, the true alchemical gold, the treasure that lies underneath the ore vein, from the mining, if we want to use that metaphor. So this chipping away at the crude, rough stone, which is very material in nature, it's very hard, it's very concrete, it's very physical, it represents physical reality. And then the primal essence, which lies underneath, is the spiritual component. But you have to kind of break away at a lot of the, I guess you could say, like the superfluities of life and a lot of the things that are just kind of excess things that we hang on to that aren't truly, helping us grow and evolve on our spiritual journey. So in a short sense, that's kind of what the Common Gavel as a tool that is, it's shown to the Entered Apprentice in the Entered Apprentice degree. We just hit 3 minutes and 33 seconds. That was pretty cool. But this working tool, that's the basic idea behind it, is you're chipping away at certain quote-unquote flaws within your character to get to who you really are, the core essence of it. Now let's talk about some of the energetic components of the gavel and the sound of the rap when you have the gavel in your hand and then you give what's called a rap with the gavel. And of course they use the gavel in the court systems. And there's a whole maritime admiralty law component to that. Jordan Maxwell talks about it with the gate that's kind of that the judge sits behind. That's the floodgate, and they're like the ship's captain. The courts operate under maritime admiralty law or something of that nature. So it's more about the law of the sea. Everything's actually water symbolism. Even in the court systems and in the money systems. It's very interesting stuff. So I recommend looking up Jordan Maxwell. I'm assuming a lot of you that watch this channel are probably pretty familiar with Jordan Maxwell's works and what he talks about, but definitely look him up. So the gavel can also be seen as a current of energy. Usually a gavel rap will call up like an officer within the lodge. So a rap will be, you'll hit the gavel rap, and an officer will stand up. And they'll kind of like, do their function or say their line, because everything's allegory and metaphor. It's a lot like a play, very much theater-like, in a lot of ways. But it sends the direction of the current of energy. It sends it to that brother, and then they are picking up the energetic current from there, and then continuing it. So the gavel acts as like this transference of energy. It also acts as a catalyst. Imagine like the primordial darkness, and then the light beams or emerges forth from that primordial darkness. The light is birthed from the primal chaos. When the gavel is wrapped, it's like the activation of that light. You could think of it in that way too. It's a transference of consciousness, of ideas too. So you're sending that energetic current. Think of electricity. Think of electricity and how the spark has to be animated. The life has to be brought. The living force has to be embodied in the actions and movements of, the members of a lodge. So the gavel very much acts in that way on an energetic level. It also represents that a lot of mystical traditions use different raps or different knocks. These all have different symbolical significances, and they have different effects upon the subconscious mind as well. So ritual is all about kind of programming the subconscious mind to understand deeper truths and to have, I would say, more subtle or higher perceptive awareness of, your immediate surroundings, your own reality, and how the world around you is functioning and working. So the gavel, when the gavel's hit, it symbolically acts as and it doesn't matter which mystical tradition this is, it's very much like saying Amen at the end of a prayer. It's basically a confirmation, a symbolic confirmation that action is taken. The energetic current has been sent. As I was saying earlier in the video, I don't know that I can really go into the symbolism of the gavel a whole lot more than that. So it's a current of energy which is initiated into action. So the gavel itself represents energy being initiated into motion, or something being firmly established, finalized, truly finalized and complete. So that's a very short analogy of the gavel and how we can use that metaphorical tool, even in our own lives, on a practical level. If we understand the implications of what the gavel means and how every action in the world has a consequence or a reaction. It's an input-output system, so think of it that way. It's almost like programming, like a computer. When you want the computer to do something specific, you program it in that way. So the gavel almost acts as an energetic programming to have the particular energetic outcome that you want, that you are desiring. So you can kind of see the alchemical component of all this, and how it even though the metaphors are typically building metaphors, and it's based around King Solomon's temple and how we are all these stones of this temple, it also represents a deeper alchemical perspective as well, and component. So alright everyone, I'm going to continue my travels. I'm actually getting out of town today. I'm going to go and enjoy myself for about the next 24 hours or more, a little bit longer than that, I would say. Just kind of being out of town. I'm going to go see my grandma. I'm going to enjoy some time with a really good friend. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. If you liked this video, if you like this content, please make sure to like and subscribe. Ring the notification bell if you want to be notified of new videos. I plan on having a lot more content coming your way soon. I plan plan on getting back into my book and working on that and getting new chapters added to the Patreon as well. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to getting back into the groove of things. There's been a lot of healing that's been going on lately. So yeah, I hope all of you are doing well, and I'm going to leave it here. So peace and blessings, and until next time.